Sweet, dude.
Do you have people asleep in your house?
Yeah, I do. It's
Are
time
you
they got up.
are you at home?
Yeah.
Oh, you have that dad, kids are sleeping in the house voice right now. I recognize it.
They are, but they can get up anytime.
I like it, it's a double-edged sword. You're like, "Man, these guys need to get up." And then also you're like, "Man, this is nice. This is quiet."
You can get some stuff done for sure.
Adam, how many kids do you have again?
Two
How
girls,
how old?
12 and 13.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're in it.
Oh boy. I got 11-year-old boy, is my oldest, and it's like a whole new blossoming stage, right?
It is, man. Every day is different. It's pretty awesome though. I mean, do you feel like every stage of like your kids growing up is getting better and better and better? Like I don't know how to explain it. Every stage is like the best, but then it keeps getting better. It's new, it's different, and you miss the old stage a little bit, but like, dude, it's just so good.
When we were raising the boys early on, my wife's like, um, "I never want you to say I can't wait till they're older. Like, just remember, like, stay present for each step because each step is great." And then,
Yeah.
I hear some parents say, "Oh, I miss when they were so cute and young." Like, sometimes when I look at pictures, I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe it used to be like this." You know what I mean?
Totally.
But you're also right, like, it's just so many layers unfolding, and so, like, you're probably even because girls are a little smarter than boys, it's crazy, like, every day you hear a new vocabulary word, right? Like, they hear words and concepts, and you're like, "What the"
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. They actually just my two kids, they went to fly fishing camp. They just got back. Actually,
Oh,
it's been a couple weeks now, but it was a week of like tying flies and fly fishing on a lake, rivers, and just like I'm like, man, I don't know any of this stuff. So they're teaching me how to do the casting. All it's pretty cool, like to learn stuff from your kids.
yeah, was it a sleepaway?
Yeah, yeah, it was a week, and yeah, we didn't hear from them until they got back.
Had you ever sent them to sleepaway camp?
Yeah, yeah, a couple times. They did. Yep, they've done it a couple times now, and they've been there with each other, and they're best friends. So it's like that part's pretty cool. But
That part's
um,
really cool, by the way.
yeah, that part's really cool. It
Yeah,
is.
that they have each other, right? Yeah.
It was hilarious. Actually, they went to a camp one time up in Idaho when I went for a week to coach Justin, hang out with him and Ellie. I dropped them off, and I came back, and the first thing that I found out is they were like, Emma goes, Hope got bucked off a horse. And I was like, oh man, that's awesome. How's she doing? She's fine. Yeah.
Hey, do
So
do do they come back different? I mean, a week's a long time to be away from your kid. You're like, "Wow, they grew up."
yeah, totally. A week's a big chunk of time.
Greg's been sending his kids to sleepaway camp, and God, I'm so 9, 9, and 11. I don't know if man, a week to be away from them would be crazy for me. Crazy.
It is. It's wild. It's a long time. It's a little different for me because I mean, I'm away from them a decent amount, like just traveling to different events and whatnot. But yeah, for them to be on their own, and the big thing, like when I'm traveling, I can FaceTime them anytime. When they're at camp, it's just they're gone. And actually, neither of my kids have phones.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So they were saying it was kind of funny because like every other kid at camp, was calling home and FaceTime and whatever. And for us, it was like, hey, we drop them off, and then a week later we go pick them up.
When are you gonna do the phones? Do you have a plan or no plan or
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure yet. We don't have like a set, hey, it's going to be this age or this time. There will be a point when it just like practicality of it, like where it makes sense. And we're probably close to that point because my oldest daughter is she's starting to babysit.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
so far it hasn't been a big chunk of time. So honestly, like Lauren, my wife, will just give Emma her phone. If Emma's babysitting somebody, like she should have a phone there.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's kind of like what we've done so far. But I'm not sure. It's actually crazy. Check this thing out. Have you ever seen one of these?
No, but I like it.
It's called the tin can, and this is like so they have a phone at home, but it's
Mhm.
just like connected to it's like an old school landline. You can plug in maybe like I don't know, maybe like 10 phone numbers into it. And
Oh,
so like we're at the, and you're probably close. Do your kids stay home by themselves?
yeah. They stay home by themselves and they have iPads, so they text.
Okay. 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 So they got that.
They're allowed to text. They're not allowed to go on Safari, browsers. Oh, good morning, Caleb. Shit, I didn't even see you down there.
What's up,
Um,
Caleb?
and they're not allowed to send pictures to anyone, no matter what. Not even grandparents, nothing. I don't want them sending videos or pictures or any of that.
Yep.
They text, with like Greg's kids and their grandparents.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. Yeah. It's an interesting world to navigate. I don't know the right way to do things. I just feel like I'm not ready for our kids to be like in that world where they're just wrapped up in a phone.
Tell me about this thing. So you can put in cell phone numbers into it, so it hijacks your
Yeah.
cell phone, kind of.
No, it's like an app that connects. So it basically it works like a landline. They can't dial any number. They can only dial the numbers that are plugged into the app on Lauren's phone.
Oh,
Like
got it.
they got mom and dad's number in there. They got like some of their friends that are always swinging by. Our house is always full of kids, so there's their friends can get a hold of them. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. Simple.
Their cousins just got a landline and an answering machine. Two little girls.
Oh,
And
like an
so,
actual, like a real one.
yeah.
Wow.
But that's kind of like a real one too. It just limits who you can call out to, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a real one, but it doesn't. I don't even know how to. What's the thing that you plug in a regular phone to? A phone line, like
the phone jack? It doesn't plug into one of those?
no, it just plugs into like a normal like iPhone charger, and then it runs off your Wi-Fi.
Okay. Does it have a cell number?
Yeah.
Okay, so you had to it's like a $9.99 a month plan added to your cell service or something?
I have no idea. Lauren,
Your
Lauren
wife
set
does
it
that?
up.
Yeah. Well, they got a landline and a answering machine, and my sons will call it and like do voices, like Simpson character voices or Donald Trump, or like they leave messages for their cousins, you know what I mean? Doing just like voice different accents, and and then the girls call back to my wife's phone and do that too. But that's a good idea.
Yeah, we're the stage of life we're in right now. It works pretty great.
Yeah, and all their what percentage of their friends do you think have phones? Cell
Oh
phones.
man, jeez. I mean, when they went to this camp, they were the only two kids that didn't have one.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So yeah, it's kind of funny because Lauren asked him like, "Hey, how come you didn't borrow your friend's phone and like give me a call?" And then I was like, "Well, that's embarrassing or whatever, you know." So yeah, I think pretty much most kids do, and they will at some point.
Cell phones are a trip like that, right, Adam? It's like no one really asked me to use my cell phone, and I'm not really it's like a pretty intimate product. It's like
Right.
my wife can use it. I don't really let my kids use it. I'm trying to think if anyone's like it would be kind of weird if you were walking down the street and someone's like, "Hey, could I borrow your phone to make a call real quick?"
Yeah,
It'd be weird. It
Yeah.
would be
Yeah, it's like,
weird.
it feels like people are in your bubble a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are in Washington.
Yep.
You own CrossFit Fort Vancouver. You're just north of the border with Oregon.
Yeah, right across the river from Portland.
Yeah, so for people to know where you're at. And the gym's how many years old?
Ooh, 17, 18, 17 and a half maybe. Yeah. So.
And this year you were and you were on a team for many years. How many years were you on a team?
I was on a team for 10.
10 years. And what was the first year you attended the games?
The first year was 2009, so it would have been the last year at the ranch.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Are you
I guess
excited?
not really the last year. We've gone back a bunch of times now, which is awesome.
Right, but I know what you mean. The last year it was like,
yeah.
And you competed individual that year.
No, that was the first year of the affiliate cup. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I competed individually at regionals, didn't make it individually, and then, yeah, we signed up a team that first year that they had it.
Pretty exciting that they're doing that ranch run, right?
It's awesome. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I mean, the whole 2007 games at the ranch, right? Like as just a piece of day one. It's I think it's so cool just to see, how far the sport's come.
Hey, you know it would be really cool if the person who's winning after the first event, the second event, and then the total is the one who
Mhm.
wins the games.
Mm.
That would be really,
That
really
would be
cool.
that would
That
be
would be a
interesting.
trip, man.
That would be crazy. I guess you could make the case of like, well, we just didn't need all this other stuff. It was
They, uh they talked I don't know if you watched the show, Justin did yesterday, but he had Dave on yesterday, and they broached that subject. They talked about that. I think they asked Dave, like, "Hey, what do you think, the odds are that the person who wins the first 5 events or who's in the lead after the first 5 events wins the games?" And I thought, "God, that would be I would like that." I might kinda get on whoever that is, I might kinda get on their bandwagon just to support that. I just like what it says about the methodology.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be interesting. Man, and I feel like it'd be cool to look back and see just in any games, is the person that's ahead after 3 events usually the one that wins? I bet a lot of times it is, because you think about how dominant some of the winners have been, and it's like they get a lead right out of the gate, first couple events.
There, what do you? I don't mean to make you biased. I'd really like to hear your honest opinion, but I think that those are three really good
Mhm.
events in conjunction with each other.
Yeah, I think that's a great test. I mean, you got you got a pretty classic CrossFit. The first one is it's pretty old school. It's a lot of pull-ups.
Mhm.
Yeah. You remember how many pull-ups we used to do? I mean, like I feel like Angie and Barbara were just they were such staples of CrossFit.com programming then that it almost seems like now 125 pull-ups being the majority of that workout seems like a bigger deal or a bigger test now than it was then.
That's interesting. You're right. We did. It used to be you found CrossFit and you saw 100 pull-ups in a workout, or you saw someone score. I don't know if it's Nicole, but that one where you run 400 and do max pull-ups, and the numbers you'd see, you'd think people were lying, like when you first came to the sport or
Yeah.
the test. And then all of a sudden, you're right. It was just like, man, everyone was doing pull-ups. Then people started chasing the 100 pull-ups unbroken,
Yeah.
and you don't see much people chasing those goals as much anymore. But you're right. We did a shitload of pull-ups and a shitload of ring muscle ups.
Yeah, we didn't do much chest bar pull-ups. I don't remember when I don't even
Yeah,
remember those at the beginning,
yeah. I don't
you know?
remember those either.
And I feel like
Did
now
those were introduced at the ranch, right? That was that Fran was introduced at the ranch with chest to bar pull-ups.
I'm not sure actually. I don't remember when that came out.
I think that was the 2008 games when they did Fran there. It was with chest to bar pull-ups. I think that was the first
Okay.
time.
Okay.
I think someone will have to correct
Yeah,
me on
somebody
that.
probably knows. I don't remember.
Okay, go
But
through it again. So you like the first workout has the buy-in with the row, and then
yep,
the original
yep.
machine.
Then a bunch of pull-ups. Uh, and then you gotta I mean, running has been a staple of the games every single year. That's just like and especially running up a hill. You gotta just carry your body up there. I don't think there's much better of a fitness test than that. And then you
I
gotta
agree.
just a classic strength test. So, I mean, yeah, you're testing a pretty wide variety in the first 3 events.
It,
So,
and 135 was heavy back then. It's 7 shoulder to overhead with 135.
yeah.
But for
Yeah,
these guys, it's going to be nothing, right?
that's like body weight, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, the barbell was a more significant part of the workout back then. Right now, I don't think really anybody's considering it much other than the fact that it's so quick that there's basically no break before you get back to the pull-ups.
I'm glad they didn't they didn't tweak it, that they didn't make it chest to bar, that they didn't raise it to 155. It's going to be fun just seeing these guys do this.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be cool. I mean, I liked it the year they did in 2020. They did the 2007 Reloaded, which was heavier and bar muscle ups. Like that was a cool version as well. But I mean, just for the 20th games, the fact that the first 3 events we're doing the entire first CrossFit Games as a piece of day one, it's awesome. It's cool. So I think
It,
it didn't need to be, you know, it didn't need to be like reworked or made more challenging because it is like such a such an important piece of the CrossFit methodology is retesting and having these benchmarks where we can see progress over time. And so this is Just a classic example of that.
I would like to see them do that other workout too. I would love to see the deadlift burpee one.
Yeah.
That was crazy when that came out.
That was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
That one was crazy.
With clap overhead while airborne, even if your airborne was like horizontal in the air,
Yes.
whatever it was. Yeah. So that was 2008, right? Is that what that
Yeah.
said?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was actually like for me a big piece of what kind of led me out of wildland firefighting and into full-time CrossFit was I couldn't go to the games in 2008. I really wanted to. And in 07, 08, I was fighting fire. And I was so just into CrossFit and following the main page every day. And to not be able to go and see the CrossFit games happen, I was like, man, it'd be really cool to do that. And so we opened our gym after that 2008 games, not right after, but before 2009.
That 2008 games, even with the way they scored it, would be a really cool space for CrossFit to get into, to kind of mimic High Rocks and what Xenom is doing. I think the 2008 games, remember you got to even choose the order you did them in, and your total time was your score, I think, with all the events. I think as a mass participatory event, the 2008 games could be a really figure out a way that you could do some of those events all in one day. That could become a really cool event for the
Yeah.
community just to
Okay.
participate in all the time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. A little different format scoring wise.
Do you think that there's you have High Rocks, people fucking love it. It's exploding. Gyms are making tons of money on it. The participation's wild. I don't know how much you're watching it, but their biggest problem is that they can't put on enough events. So there's all I was talking to someone the other day. I was talking to John Franklin from Two Brain, and he had done an interview with their guy who's in charge of affiliates. And he was saying that all these gyms now, they have 15,000 gyms that have some sort of High Rocks course in them or somehow are affiliated with High Rocks, and they're putting on High Rocks classes, and then people are trying to sign up for High Rocks events, and they sell out so quickly.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the original one they did in New York was 1 day, then 3 days. Now they're doing a 10 days of High Rocks in New York. I know it's absolutely amazing. And it makes me think, oh, CrossFit needs to, like, it's time. I don't know if Xenom is the way because it's 2 days, but it's time that CrossFit HQ really look at that and be like, hey, like maybe even the 2007 games, maybe the 2007 games is the format. But I think that if you had a roving CrossFit event, it could do really well. Do you think that that's true?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you not like it? You're like, no.
I mean, I guess for me, I'm pretty immersed in the current CrossFit competitive scene
Mm-hmm.
and the affiliate. And so and this is only speaking personally for me. I'm not like, hey, what's the next thing that we can do to make CrossFit into whatever High Rocks is or what, I guess I haven't put a lot of time into thinking about it. If there's something that gets more people moving and doing CrossFit, I love it. But yeah, it's not, there's a lot of people out there that I think have great ideas and formats for competitions. I think High Rocks has done something really amazing just in terms of participation and getting people doing stuff outside their comfort zone. That's really challenging. And yeah, I don't know if that's CrossFit though. You know what I mean? Like go ahead.
I think High Rocks will bring a lot of, I think they've gotten so big and so successful. I think it will, in what it sounds like to me, these gyms that are doing High Rocks events, it's actually bringing people to CrossFit, as opposed to before it was the other way around. People were doing CrossFit and then were like, shoot, where can I express all this fitness I've achieved? And they were going to Spartan Race, Tough Mudder, Olympic weightlifting. And now I think High Rocks has gotten so big that people are like coming into High Rocks and then being like, oh, these High Rocks classes are in these CrossFit gyms. I'm going to start doing CrossFit. I think that's what's happening. Do you teach any High Rocks at your gym, like specific?
we have an endurance class. We have a high rocks class. We're a high rocks
You do?
affiliate. So yeah.
Oh, oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I'm preaching to
totally.
the choir. And is that a
Yeah.
successful class?
It is. It is. We're a pretty old school CrossFit gym, and so I would say that our CrossFit programming is the staple of what we do, and then High Rocks is like a small piece, just as an addition to that. And it's more, maybe it's even more seasonal for us. Like we had a race that a bunch of people from the gym wanted to do and sign up for, and so that's kind of how the class got started. Was like, hey, let's help some folks kind of get trained up for that and get ready. And really, it's been cool. It's not a huge part of what we do. Part of it too is we have a CrossFit class every hour, pretty much all day long, and our High Rocks class is in the middle of the day. So it's definitely like well attended, but it's not a. I don't think people really seek us out for that.
Have you done High Rocks?
Yeah.
How many?
I've done one weekend. I did a pairs event on Saturday, and then I did individual on Sunday.
Oh, wow. That's
So
fucking crazy.
it's yeah. I mean, it's like I think a lot of people do that.
Hey, is that like is it equivalent to doing Murph back-to-back days?
Hmm.
2
Yeah,
days in
maybe.
a row?
I guess so. Maybe similar. I guess it's about. I think High Rocks is a lot longer, or maybe like twice as long. Maybe. Yeah, I guess so. I maybe something like that.
What is your what's your fastest Murph ever? Do you know?
Oh man. This year was like it was 30, right around just over 30 minutes. Yeah.
Oh my god!
So
You did,
I don't know if that's my fast.
That's with a weight vest.
That's with a weight vest. Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, dude! How old are you?
I'm 42.
Wow,
Yeah.
I did it for the first time with a weight vest this year. I did it in 1 hour and 10. I really paced it. Like I had a clock going. You know what I mean? And I was like waiting.
Did you do 20 rounds of Cindy, or how did you do it?
No, I didn't. I did something even more. I can't remember what I did, like 3-4-8 or 3-4-7, or I did something really small.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I was just really concerned I was going to injure myself on the runs.
Oh,
Because
really?
I'd never run with a weight vest before.
Oh,
But
how was it?
it was awesome.
Yeah,
It
sweet.
was so awesome. I felt bad for how good I felt afterwards, and I felt great the next few days. And I did it barefoot on an air runner, but
Okay.
I felt great. I didn't feel the 2 other times I had done it. I was somewhere just under 50 minutes both times, and I did it outside in the heat. But I didn't use a weight vest, and I was fucking busted up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was busted up. Add 20 minutes to it in a weight vest, I was fine.
Good to go. Nice. You do a lot of strict pull-ups, right?
Yeah, I do all my pull-ups strict. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we do a ton of strict pull-ups at our gym, just in the regular programming.
Yeah.
And
relatively strict. You know what I mean? Like when I get to like
yeah.
if I'm doing sets of 15 or something, I'll get a pretty big gymnastic skip in there.
Yeah,
You know, or at the end if I need to like kick up and get my last one. But I start off always strict.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't kip or butterfly.
Yeah,
like
gotcha.
kip.
Yeah, like full in it. Yeah, we do a lot of strict pull-ups, and I find that like you do 100 kipping pull-ups in Murph, and I'm fine. I'm the same way, not sore the next day. Like they're like, oh, that was a great workout, but good to go.
Did you test out the 2007 workout since it's been announced?
No, I've done that workout before, but I haven't tested it since it's come out this time.
Tempted?
What's that?
Tempted? Are you tempted?
Am I tempted to do it?
Yeah.
You're tempting me now.
I'm very curious.
I used to test out, and like I remember when Justin was first kind of coming up in the sport, I would test a lot of things because I thought it was helpful, and it was at that point. Now it's like I don't. My experience is not going to affect his much at all. You know what I mean? So,
just because they've gone to such a different level.
Yeah. It's just like when he was really young, he was already fit, but he was really learning how to compete. And so, you know, me testing and feeling out those workouts had more value to it. Now he's so far beyond my fitness capabilities that it's less useful for me to do that. But I still do enjoy it. Yeah, I enjoy it. Usually what we do too after like usually it's not the week after the games because I need a little bit more time to kind of plan, but usually the week I get back, we do we'll pick like 5 or 6 workouts from the games, kind of cherry pick the ones that'll work good for a class, and we'll do a little like CrossFit Games run it back in our gym workouts.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, obviously not all of them are like easily accessible to be able to put on in a gym, a 1 hour class in a gym. But there's a bunch of them that are really good, and it's always fun seeing you know just regular folks give them a shot.
What do you take me through the evolution of training slash coaching programming for someone who wants to compete at the CrossFit Games from the early years to the present? What could you describe that to me?
Yeah, the early years was just total experimentation. You know, my personal experience was just starting out on the main page,
Mm-hmm.
and at the time, as we got into competing, it just seemed like more is better. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and it was like kind of how much can you handle? There wasn't a lot of thought to it. There wasn't a lot of there wasn't a lot of like planning ahead, or there wasn't really so much of hey, we're working around this season. It was more like, hey, let's meet at the whiteboard and let's put something on there. Let's really work really hard at it. And I remember honestly, early on, that was just kind of how people worked, right? Like Jason Kalipa kind of had his crew, and they would go in and they'd figure out like, hey, here's what we're doing today. And they'd do that. And then they'd be like, hey, what's next? And then somebody would throw out some ideas, put on the whiteboard. Rich Froning honestly started
Yeah.
a lot that way. And it was super, super effective. And people got really, really, really fit. But I think that now it's evolved to where the athletes competing at the CrossFit Games are professionals in every sense, just in terms of how they train. Like there's nothing that's not thought of. There's nothing that's kind of left to chance. Uh, I feel like the ability for athletes to adapt more quickly and to evolve more quickly is there now. You know, it took us a lot. Like we learned a lot of what we learned by making mistakes over the years, and sometimes that meant doing too much or whatever the case is. And now, man, I just feel like there's not as much room for that. I feel like athletes need to be dialed in on their training, on their recovery. That wasn't even a thing, where we've come in just terms of how athletes recover. That wasn't even really a consideration,
Right. Go
a
back to
decade or
work,
two ago.
finish your class, and go back to work.
Yeah, yeah. And so now these athletes, different athletes do different things, but they all have, protocols that they use for recovery that allow them to bounce back and compete at a super high level, um, really, really quickly. And go ahead.
It reminds me, these camera gimbals came out, 15 years ago, and you would have
Hmm.
to balance the camera on this gimbal so that when you're shooting, the camera didn't wobble. And it used to just be sliding the camera back and forth on this tray. And now,
Yeah,
flash forward 15 years, first you slide it on the tray, and then they have these little knobs all over that you turn that just do these micro adjustments, right? That
gotcha.
so you can really balance the gimbal. And what I'm hearing is sort of like a parallel to that in training. It used to be like, hey, just do.com and show up and you'll pretty much be able to do everything. And now it's like, hey, you really have to focus on like making your rope climbs the most effective ever in terms of which hand you grab, how many pulls it's going to be, how you come down using minimal energy to come. Like none of that shit was like everyone's thinking of every component of the rope climb now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 100%. Yeah, and every movement is that way, right?
Yeah,
It just like, and not just in terms of how do you maximize fitness, but then there's the sport specific, like how do you compete, the most efficiently that you possibly can on that rope climb, or not just coming up, but also coming down. And we're still learning too. Like that's what's pretty cool is like the sport is still evolving. It's just the margins are so tight. And
where
I think
people
that's,
can look and get those microseconds.
yeah, yeah. And I don't know. It's fun. I think it just makes it awesome. It makes it really fun.
I can't remember exactly how Colton said it, but I was talking to him recently, and he said something along the lines like, if I would have known like how hard it was going to be and how I started in the beginning and what my chances were, like I don't know if I would have started. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but like basically starting by coming home from work at 9 o'clock at night and starting to train for the CrossFit Games on a dirt floor. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And
Yeah.
he's like, just the insanity of it all.
Yeah. Yeah. But I love that because, I don't know his story of how he started or that type of thing, but I imagine there was nothing in his mind that told him he couldn't,
Right.
so, and I that's one of my favorite parts of this summer is just like my kids are in the teens classes at our gym, right? And these kids are just like, well, why wouldn't I be able to do that thing?
Mm,
Nobody's told them they can't, and they don't, I just love that mindset of like, well, why not me? You know? And for Colton's case of like, you know, I think if he would have known, maybe the odds or the possibility of making it, um, that person that started still would have went for it, but it's
right.
almost better off not knowing,
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
And then in the stories like you hear, I don't know if you know about this Lydia Fish girl that trains with Perrin at a training think tank, but she was training for the games and then didn't want to give up her waitressing job, which kept her on her feet 25 hours a week. And she absolutely loved it.
Dude,
And it's like, holy shit.
yeah, I
25
didn't,
hours. That would kill me if I was on my feet 25. Just that. Just that.
dude, I didn't know that, but I absolutely love that. I love that. I just like, it's cool to see, to see people that are like, they're so motivated and so driven that they're like nothing's stopping me. I'm still and Colton's is a similar boat. It's definitely a blessing and a luxury for most of the athletes that are in our sport to be able to be a full-time professional athlete. And it's crazy how awesome the opportunities are in CrossFit in our sport, right? Like, um, man, the people, and it's not a huge group of athletes, but the ones that are at the top of our sport are, man, they're doing incredibly well. In terms, obviously, it's not just prize money from win the CrossFit Games, but just the opportunities that they get
Yeah.
to be a professional athlete and have sponsors that can take care of, their being able to make a living as an athlete is, man, what a cool thing that didn't even exist. When you talk about the evolution of the athlete or the sport, a couple decades ago, like it wasn't even on our radar.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think it's unique in our sport. I look at like a lot of Olympians that are like they're doing living in their parents' basement or just trying to
Yep.
scrape by, and a lot of athletes in the CrossFit space are making a really great living being a professional athlete. And man, I think that's awesome.
There's this story about Justin Medeiros that doesn't get told enough, I think, and I don't think people really appreciate it. And I wonder how it resonates with you. And this is just from my own personal experience watching. So my kids play tennis at a really high level, and my kids fight at a really high level. And the effort that it takes to go to a tennis tournament and put your shit on the line is significantly less than going to a tournament to fight. You go to a tennis tournament and you might cry if you lose or whatever, but you're not in front of, you're not in a place where there's 3,000 people. That's how many kids, might show up to a tournament to fight, and they're all looking at you. And then some other kid holds you down and is trying to fucking suffocate you or break your arm. It is really a high tension. The fighting world is really gnarly compared to other sports. What's on the line? How much ego is on the line? And there was this story, I can't remember if Justin told to me or his mom told it to me, but he started wrestling, which already is absolutely an insane sport. It's got its own unique cardio, the capacity it takes, what it takes to not get gassed out there when you're fighting is absolutely nuts. How fit you have to be. So he goes 1-49 in his first 50 fights. And by his senior year goes to the state championships. That is bonkers. That puts him as a crazy outlier of human beings who would be willing. I mean, that is hard That is like
So,
some mental, like, I'm not giving up shit that I've never heard a story like that. That is like the crown jewel of stories. Do you still see that in him? Because that is really bonkers. If my kids lost 49 fights in a row, I don't think they go back
yeah,
and stick it out for another 3 years till their senior year. I mean, that is a bonkers story.
yeah, yeah. Just starting from like losing every single time, and we're probably wondering why you're doing it.
In
To
the
then
worst
just,
sport that you can lose in. And
yeah,
it's the worst. It is like my kids lose at tennis and they're fine. They come off and they're like, "Can we get ice cream?" They lose at fucking jiu-jitsu. It's a few days. Like even if they win, fighting's like it's a crazy spike of whatever's going on inside of them hormones. The week after fighting competitions, it's a little touch and go in my house.
mm, yeah. I mean, I think Justin will tell you that's a big part of what's made him who he is. Just that like, and I think you see that even as a CrossFit Games champion, Justin always in his mind sees himself as a little bit of an underdog with like something to prove, you know?
And
And
why do you think he thinks that? Because he's smaller than his cohort, or just it's just
no,
his
I
mindset?
think I just think it's because like nothing's come easy for him. Like when you look back at his wrestling, like man, he had to earn it going from losing every match as a middle schooler when he started
Yeah.
to being super successful by the time he got to, the end of his high school career. He wasn't one of those kids that like, you see kids that like they just show up and they're really good when they first
Yep.
start at something.
Yep.
And that experience is very different than being the worst and then having to scratch and claw for everything that you get. And I think that's been his road, starting early on in wrestling, and that's a big part. Like his formative years, wrestling taught him a lot. He'll tell you, he learned probably more from all the losing that he did in wrestling than all the times he won. And so I just think that's been his journey. And it's interesting now because he's in a very different spot in his career in the sense that like he has been the young up and comer with tons of potential. He has crested the top of the mountain and won the CrossFit Games twice. And I think there's a lot of people that I don't know if write him off is the right word, but just
Yeah, I
you
think
know,
that's fair. Like they think like his era of dominance is over.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, like he had a
Fans are
two
gonna
year
have their opinions.
totally, and he had a 2-year run where in 2021 and 22, like man, everything went as good as it possibly could have. He won the CrossFit Games and the Rogue Invitational. So those four biggest events in 2 years,
Yeah.
he won them both times, and everything went, as close to perfect as it possibly could have. And that's the way the sport works too. Is like, you got to be really fit, and things got to go well for you. Things got to come together, and not that you have to get lucky. I don't think it's that, but there's little things where at the end of events, you just paced it correctly and somebody else missed a rep here and you made it and it all worked out. And that happened for him for a couple of years. And then he had a couple really tough years where it was like, man, just like the games did not go anywhere near how he had hoped or planned or pictured. And, it didn't put out the fire. It didn't stop just the person that he is from giving everything he has to this sport. And I think in the last couple of years, he's been able to like find a little bit of that spark that he had in the past and have a little bit more success in competition. And that's where he's at. I mean, I think there's about 10 or 12 guys at the CrossFit Games the last couple of years that are capable of winning, and he's right in that mix. And a lot of things have to go really well for him to win the CrossFit Games, but I don't think that's his number one focus is like the outcome of the games. He wants to go out there and prove to himself and other people that like, when he goes out and competes at his best, he's going to do really well, and he's a threat on any given day, any given workout.
It is crazy how many good guys there are. We went through the list yesterday on the morning show. It's too many. It's too many. It is nuts. and even the guys who don't have a chance to win it, like Justin, there are some like crazy disruptors in the field. There are
There's some,
people. Do you
yeah,
know what I mean? There's guys out there
yeah,
who are gonna ruin your. They may only take 12, but they may win 2 or 3 events even. But
right.
you get someone like Guy out there, and he's a problem.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
serious
man.
problem.
Especially when you got 20 events, there's going to be some events that Guy absolutely does phenomenal in, you know?
I just want to bring this up. Calling jujitsu fighting is wild. You know, it's weird. Not calling jujitsu fighting is wild. You take your kid out there and watch other kids try to break his arm or suffocate your kid or get around his neck and choke him out, and you will quickly realize. Same with wrestling. Uh, those kids are out there trying to hurt each other. Like, and if you're not out there trying to hurt the other kid, you're not going to win. That's part of the fight game. You have to be able to let go. You have to be able to give yourself permission to really put it on kids. I think you have it, but I used to be like you too, David. It's not it's fighting with rules, and it's nasty.
Do you think that has that, you said your kids are fighting at like a higher level now. So is just
Yeah,
that,
really high level, crazy high level.
yeah, gotcha. So is it just like a product of being at a higher level? Is it's more of the fight? It's more of a serious fight versus like more
You
of
won't get you won't
practice?
get to the you won't get to the high level until you give yourself permission.
Yeah,
Do you know
gotcha.
what I mean by that? That permission? Like, it
Hmm.
has to be like, this guy is trying to break my arm and I'm trying to break his arm, and you have to go, and you have to just hope that the ref's gonna stop it before the arm break or before someone gets their neck broken. Um, but it's like, you take your kid out there, they go out and they say fight, and then you go. And there's rules, right? Like, in
Yep.
you know what I mean? Like, can't kick him in the balls, can't bite him, can't punch him in the face, but there's a shitload of stuff that can go. You can pick someone up and just drop them on their head. It's the further we get into it, the more I'm like, "Oh boy, did I choose the right sport for them?" You know what I and they love it.
They love it.
Once you learn to let go, that'll transfer to all sorts of crazy shit in your life.
And it's all three of your boys do it?
Yeah.
Sweet. That's cool.
Yeah, and it's fun. When it's over, it's fun, but it's not like tennis you can actually enjoy as a parent, taking your kids to jiu-jitsu tournaments. The enjoyment comes when it's over.
Mm.
You know what I mean? The actual event is, I would not use the word enjoyable.
Are you stressed out when they're out there fighting?
Completely stressed to the
Yeah,
max.
really?
Yeah, super high elevated heart rate, and I always think it's not gonna happen, but you get there, and then when they walk out there, you feel a crazy, it's very uncomfortable. I'm very uncomfortable.
Hmm.
I
And that
can't
doesn't,
imagine your kid being a UFC fighter.
yeah, that'd be wild.
So, I mean, someone's trying to kill your kid. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It is. Adam, has HWPO ever approached you to join?
Oh man. No. I've been like, Justin and I actually went and spent
Kotler? Oh no, Medeiros.
no, Medeiros. We went out and spent a bunch of days with Matt right after, it was awesome. Right after Matt got out, and retired from competing. Because I feel like at that point he was very like willing to share. Um,
Yeah.
willing to share some of his secrets and stuff like that. And so yeah, we've worked together in that capacity. And actually, yeah, I'm close friends with Josh and Jake, a couple of the coaches there. Those guys actually came out here and did an adventure race last year, which was amazing. But no, haven't been approached to join HWPO.
How about have any of them approached you? Like, were you ever approached by Underdogs or Proven or Mayhem? Like, hey, let's come be a part of us.
No, no, but I feel like all those guys are kind of like, yeah, buddies, colleagues, friends.
And you think because of your location that you've integrated less with them, or more because you're focused on the affiliate?
Yeah, I don't think location probably has anything to do with it. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're. I'm not sure. Have to ask those guys.
Yeah, it's interesting. That is interesting. I had never thought of that question, because you do see that, right? Like, you saw Kiefer go from Underdogs to Proven, just for an example, or you saw Justin go from underdogs to HWPO or Michelle Latondra. So it is interesting that
Yeah.
no one's ever tried to poach you and been like, kind of acquire you and your resources and your skill set.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe
I
they
guess
don't
we
like
just
you. Do you smell? Yeah, I've never noticed you smell.
maybe, maybe we just I guess we just do our own thing. I don't consider ourselves like, coach a handful of athletes, but we've never really had the camp, quote unquote, the camp model. Not that everybody does that. That's maybe something that's kind of risen up where people are training in the same place and that type of thing. But um, yeah, we've kept it pretty small over the years, and actually this year's pretty cool. It's our first time since 2018 where we have an affiliate team compete at the games this year.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
yeah, which I'm pretty excited about.
Like in the team competition, CrossFit Fort Vancouver has a team.
Yeah, yeah. So that's been a while. Like I said, the last time we had a team was in 2018.
And those are your roots. Like you said, you did that for 10 years.
Yeah, totally.
Did you initiate that, or was it the members who kind of initiated it?
I kind of initiated it a little bit. I have an athlete named Adam McAdams that competes
Oh,
from my gym. Yeah,
yep.
yeah. Mac, he's a stud, and he's like in his 30s now. He's made it to semifinals a handful of times. Has wanted to compete at the CrossFit Games, but realistically, I've told him last couple of years, hey man, your best opportunity to compete at the games level is going to be on a team. And I was kind of hoping that he would find a team that might, pick him up and he compete along with that group. But what ended up happening is he's got a couple buddies that are in a similar boat as him. So yeah, compete individually, have made it to semifinals, aren't quite at the CrossFit Games level. Yep, that's Josh. And basically, these guys pooled the resources, worked together, and they went and competed at Syndicate Crown, didn't make it, came back to the gym for online semifinals and ended up qualifying. So it was I don't even know, it was a long shot, when the season started to be like, hey, you guys want to go for this? And they did. So it's Mac, Josh, Taya, and Rochelle.
So it's going to be a busy week for you in San Jose.
Yeah, it's gonna be yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, I have lots of help. So we'll have I think we'll have 4 coaches out there. Yeah, 4 coaches. So that'll each have their own role with different athletes, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun. That team is just like they're playing with house money, just making the games they've already won.
Awesome.
So whatever happens there is, it's once in a lifetime to go to the CrossFit Games. I don't care who you are, and every time you go back is special. And so for these guys, Josh was on a team last year, so he's been there once, but Mac, Tay, and Rochelle, it'll be all their first times competing at the CrossFit Games, which I'm so excited for them.
Congratulations. Let me ask you this. I think it was Hannah Black I had on, and she was with a coach, a very well-known guy in the space. I don't know why. His name is a former Brute guy. I don't know. Someone will remind me of his name. But when she said she switched to Training Think Tank with Perrin, some things opened up, and one of the things she pointed out that I didn't even think of was the fact is now she has data from other athletes because they have so many athletes over there and great athletes. Is that something where I know Justin's very dialed into the scene, obviously, and he's got a lot of friends, but is that something, since you don't do camps and since you are limited in your athletes, that you guys struggle with, that you don't have data, you can't see exactly where Justin needs to be, you don't get information, you don't have people who can do the workouts ahead for him, like the semifinal workouts or quarterfinals or open workouts, you don't have testers for him? Like, has that ever been an issue?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that there is plenty of data that exists in the space. One, just like seeing what other athletes have done in competitions, but also just we have tons of data from Justin over the years of what he's accomplished, and so the data from other people is way less important than his own personal numbers. I mean, that's true for all of the athletes.
But
Yeah, maybe.
especially for him, he has numbers that show the pinnacle of the sport, and you can just reference his own
Yeah,
performances.
yeah,
Okay.
where he is relative to his former self, those type of things.
She was
Um,
with Micah Shoemaker. That's right. She was with Micah. Yeah.
okay.
And then and I had never thought of that about the advantages of a camp being the fact that you have all these other horses that are running or that can test workouts for you. Like you hear that at
Mhm.
Proven, right? Like you hear that like the guys who've already qualified through semifinals, when the online semifinals come around, all the people who made the semifinals can test the workouts for you and give you information.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I think like, man, Justin has never wanted to
Good
be
morning.
Alexa
Before you
off.
start your day in a relaxing
Sorry,
way,
man.
have a
Alexa
perfect-
off.
That's my
It's
house too.
time for my kids to get up, I guess. But yeah, Justin's never really wanted to be part of like a bigger camp or group of folks. Him and Ellie train together every day, and that's been kind of the setup that he likes and she likes, and it's worked well for them. They've got a lifestyle that just revolves around, you know, making training the highest priority in their lives, and it's pretty great. It's pretty great. It's one of those things where maybe the grass is greener or it seems greener at times, but the setup that we have, yeah, I wouldn't trade it. I've thought about that before though, because you know some of the some of the top athletes in the sport and coaches in the sport, this is all they do, And I've thought, man, am I making a mistake by, you know, uh, still coaching classes in my affiliate and trying to coach athletes at the highest level of the sport? Is that a mistake? Should I be like just focusing on one or the other? And at the end of the day, um, I just really enjoy both so much. And I don't think it would be possible to coach a bunch more athletes, like some of these, like you mentioned, the HWPO or the Provens or I think you said training think tanks. Um, yeah, I would, if I were to take on more athletes and coach, more athletes trying to be at the highest level of sport or, competing at a high level, it'd be tough to balance that with also being present in my affiliate. But I just love CrossFit and what it can do for the everyday person. That the affiliate is just something that like I don't want to give up. I want to be in there and be a part of that stuff every day too.
Yeah, to your point, I had Ben Fowler on who qualified, I believe, out of Australia, and he said something very interesting to me. He coaches at a gym,
Mm-hmm.
and so he says a day doesn't go by where I'm not teaching someone a pull up or a single under, and so I'm
Mm-hmm.
always going back to the foundational movements, how to squat better, and he's attributed that to like being super important to his performances and what he knows because you're always able to go back to the basics and refine them.
Yeah,
And it is truly bizarre that year that they put in single unders that people were struggling with single unders. Like that
that was
is
wild.
fucking yeah, that is weird. I would have
Yeah,
never guessed that in a million years that you could have
I
obliterated your motor recruitment pattern and trained it out of doing single unders, but you can do double unders.
yeah I didn't see that coming either.
I mean I'm not even sure exactly how that happens.
Yeah, yeah. I guess you ignore a skill for long enough, and even as basic as it might be, it's not a guarantee.
No, yeah, it's a weird one, and there's whole shitloads of people in the field who even regular gym goers who just don't do strict pull ups, like they only do kipping or butterfly.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's
Yeah,
that's that's definitely a gap for sure, and I think there's a lot less of that than there used to be. I think in general people are training more intelligently as time goes on. That's probably a huge generalization, but um, yeah, strict pull-ups are king.
yeah, I think so too. Just because I'm good at them or it's good enough at them. Anything any one thing you would point to, like as you see Justin win the games twice, and then now it's been 3 years I think since his last win, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Anything you would point to that you think like this is where we lost the edge? Like, or is it like the things? I'm guessing part of you has to be like, hey, it's not worth focusing on the things that are out of my control, out of our control. Let's focus on the things that are in our control. Where did we lose that edge, or what happened? Like, do you think something happened?
Yeah, no, I think that's actually a super fair question to look at, because if his goal is to compete at the highest level possible moving forward, you have to look back and be like, yeah, what did happen? What went wrong? Why didn't we produce the results that we, expect or want to? And, I don't think it's as simple as like, hey, here's this one thing. But one of the things
you could look at Conor McGregor and be like, hey, the money and the cocaine kind of fucked him up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
totally.
I'm assuming that Justin didn't get into the cocaine. He doesn't look like he did. The guy doesn't look like he's aged in 20 years.
You're not wrong. Man, the biggest thing in my opinion is Justin had a run there when he won the games where everything went right and he was super healthy. That next year, so 2023, just had a lot of physical issues, and most of them being related to like foot health and lower leg stuff. And so for that entire season, we just, like legit didn't train running, at any like meaningful level, and that really affected his overall fitness much more than just in how he performed on running.
Foundational, not even a cornerstone. Running's got to be if you're not a good runner, you're not winning the CrossFit Games.
100%.
You have to be a good runner. Yeah.
Yep. And he wasn't. He went from being one of the top runners in the field to being bottom third, and I mean he still competed, as hard as he possibly could and did the best he could. He just wasn't fit enough,
and still did great.
Yeah, he did.
He's just set the bar so high for himself.
Yeah, he did great by all metrics other than somebody that's won the CrossFit Games twice. And then at that point, you're like, dude, you feel like a failure or a letdown or whatever the case is. And the reality is, yeah, he still did a great job, and he's working really hard to get back and be the best version of Justin that he can be. And if he can do that, and he's healthy, he's super healthy going into the CrossFit Games. He's super fit going into the CrossFit Games. So, that makes me really excited for what's possible for him going this season.
That's a great answer. I wonder if you look back at the CrossFit Games in the last 10 years, if it's always a top 5 runner that's won the games. I think it is.
Yeah, at least top 10. And I don't want to say, hey, Justin.
And what you can build. Not only do you have to be good at running, but in training, like running just spills over into all the other, making you better at everything else.
Right.
Because it just builds engine, no matter what it is. It just makes you better at everything else.
Yep, for sure.
What were you going to say? You were going to say you don't want to say that Justin.
Oh, I don't want it to come across as like, hey, we have this excuse for why Justin won the CrossFit Games a couple times and then didn't. That's not it at all.
It doesn't come across like that at all. I asked the question, like, what do you think? And you're like, hey, we had a problem with training running.
Yeah, we just didn't.
And that's foundational.
The training wasn't good enough to make him fit enough to win the games, and that's that's what happened, and that's where he has been at. But that's not a story anymore. Last year was his best year he's had since 2023, or since 2022 actually, all the way up until he finished. I think he finished 7th at the games last year, and then finished 2nd at Rogue. And both of those results were like, hey, we're heading in the right direction, and I think that made him excited about training, like really excited about this season. And, this season it's had a little bit of ups and downs. He went out to Torian, and obviously you're probably familiar with the story there. Didn't compete as well as he would have liked there. But then qualified through the online semifinal, and everybody's going to line up for event 1 at the CrossFit Games. Doesn't matter how you got there. We're all even. And, he's definitely there to party and to make the most of this year's CrossFit Games. He's not just showing up as hey, I'm happy to be here and participate. He's excited to go out there and bang it out.
Justin and Bailey definitely were the semifinal highlight of the season. The fact that Justin was willing to put it on the line, leave home, fly halfway around the world to go there and do that. As a fan, that was like the coolest thing that happened at semifinals. I mean, that was like, holy shit, here we go.
Yeah.
And so that was fun that they, Justin took that there's a little bit of a risk there, right? Not a little bit, there's a
Sure.
lot of risk there. It's a lot of time, money, effort, ego. It's the whole shebang. So that was pretty awesome. And I liked his interviews afterwards. He was very honest. He's like, "Hey man, I went into this very healthy and okay, and just something as the competition started going, something just didn't feel right. But I don't have any excuses going into it."
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't have it. Didn't put together on the weekend that I needed to. I mean, it also paints a pretty cool picture of like who Justin is, and like he's he's just like he's been super supportive of Ellie's journey back from a back injury that same year in 2023. And she had the ability to then go compete at Torian, just because she got her green card this year, so it means that she can leave and still have a ticket to come back. And so when that happened, she was like, "Yeah, I want to compete at Torian," and so he went there too. And although the weekend didn't pan out the way that he would have liked, dude, Ellie qualifying for the CrossFit Games this year is, I think, for me, that's that's one of the coolest things that's happened, not just this season, but in a lot of years for us. Just the fact that like she, it's been a road, it's been a journey for her to even get back on any competition floor, let alone to qualify for the CrossFit Games. And so I'm super proud of that.
With those years behind her, and as she's done more and more interviews as of lately, it is really cool hearing her story, because before it was kind of shrouded. It was just like, hey, there's some issues going on. And as she's talking more and more, and we're getting to see, and I don't want to, I'll paraphrase, to take this with a huge grain of salt. You probably know better than me, but it sounds like she was going to Torian just to get back on the horse.
100%.
She was not going there necessarily to qualify. She was just wanted to take her car, almost like a Paige Power situation. She just wanted to take her car around the track a few times and see what happens.
Yeah, man. I would say it was very unexpected to qualify for the CrossFit Games.
Yeah. I will say this. She looked absolutely, I mean, when she stepped onto the floor, she looked absolutely incredible. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she physically looked, from her posture to her physique to her face, like everything looked, I mean, everyone was like, holy shit. Same with like Kyra. Like Kyra showed up at Mayhem and everyone was like, what the fuck? Like, you look that Ferrari just went through the car wash. She looked amazing. She stole the show there.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I think, as the weekend went on, her confidence definitely grew, of like, it went from like, hey, I'm just here to, this is Torian. She's got to compete at, a number of times over the years and has done really well. And for her to go back there and just be happy to be there, to like, oh, wow, I'm doing pretty good. This is pretty fun, to like, oh, actually I have a shot. But even through the whole weekend, there's still like a lot of question marks of, there was hurdles that she needed to cross that had not been navigated in training yet,
like niggles that she had been working around, and not necessarily, like, she hadn't revved the car past 4,000 RPM. She didn't know if a cylinder was going to blow.
Yeah. There was weights that she hadn't lifted. There was things that she hadn't done. And this will be true for the CrossFit Games too. There's things that she hasn't done in training because, we really erred on the side for her in her preparation of being a little bit more, just being really thoughtful and being, if anything, being a little bit undertrained, but feeling healthy versus trying to do too much in training and being banged up. And that's because her back is still something that like, it's not, hey, that's good to go. That's like way in the rear view. And I can do anything, go out and max heavy deadlift or this or that without even thinking twice about it. It's definitely still like a daily piece of managing for her. And so there was a lot of question marks at Torian, but every time one of those question marks came up, she just like responded in a big way and did something that she hadn't done in years, and kind of checked that box of like, hey, I'm stacking together some wins. I'm getting some confidence. I'm getting some momentum, and I'm starting to believe that like this is possible. And by the time she got to day 3, the last event was like, it was 10 heavy kettlebell deadlifts, but you did 2, and then you farmers carried those kettlebells forward, did 2. And again, we we had done some preparation at much lighter weights, but we hadn't tested that true competition weight. And the minute she picked up the very first rep, I was like, she's good. She's going to the
Oh,
CrossFit Games. So
that's
that was
awesome.
pretty cool to see.
It sounds like, from what I've heard her say, that whatever she was going through, it was so uncomfortable that that competing wasn't even a thought. She just wanted to wake up in the morning and be a pain-free human being, which is, we've all been through that, especially once you have kids. You don't want to get ever injured again, because you got,
Mm,
like, it sounds like she was living with a lot of pain and she just wanted to become pain-free. And as she became pain-free, she just pushed further and further. But
totally.
which is interesting what you say about Justin also being supportive of that while he's trying to compete at the highest level.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. That's, I guess, was the original point, is just Justin's like selflessness to be there for her. Even, and not to say he put himself second, but just also, as an athlete, you have to be really selfish at making yourself a priority. But for Justin to also be there for Ellie through this whole journey, and for him to get to see her, stand on the podium at Torian, even though he wasn't up there and he would have loved to be. I think, there was a lot of disappointment in the result for him, but there was just a lot of gratitude and joy and celebration in what Ellie accomplished. And so, that's how life goes. It would have been awesome to see them both up there and both punch their ticket, but at the end of the day, they're both going to be at the start line of the CrossFit Games ready to go.
And I'm guessing it changed their training dynamic, because they probably had times, years where they're training and they're like making fun of each other when someone wins or someone loses, and that when someone's injured, that goes away. You can't be like, you pussy.
Yeah. Oh,
when
yeah.
you're injured, you can't. So it probably changed the training dynamic, I'm guessing.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. And honestly, what you said about Ellie, just forget about competing, just wanted to be pain free. And, so many of us that have, whether we competed in the sport of CrossFit or just do CrossFit because we love what it does for our lives, just makes us, better parents, better at whatever our job is, just makes us better in so many ways. There's a while there, she didn't really have the ability to really just exercise, which is just such an important piece of her health, physically, mentally, all those pieces. And so, when she first started just being able to move pain-free again, competing was the furthest thing from her mind. It was just like, hey, I just appreciate and enjoy the ability to be able to go out and get some exercise and feel better, and that's where it started. But then, yeah, it turns out she's a super talented and disciplined, hardworking athlete. And she put together, a couple of years of really disciplined rehab and recovery. And it's been a road, but she's on the other side of that right now, and on the top 30 women in the world to compete at the CrossFit Games. So that's it's really cool.
Yeah, her discipline definitely shows. In 2006, I went to this lecture when Greg was teaching the level 1 by himself all together, and he would go all over the place. You probably remember those years. If he got up there and it was supposed to be a nutrition lecture, it could go on for 3 hours, and it could, he was fielding questions. And he said this thing that I thought was interesting. He says, if you're a mama lion and you're out hunting food and you get into a fight with a pack of hyenas, and, you get your paw torn off, you can't, you don't take a week off. You have to fucking, while that thing's bleeding and you learn to walk on 3 legs, you still have to keep hunting and take care of these baby lions. And he said, and all of us creatures are meant to mend while on the move. So that we all kind of know that too, right? We've all had the days where we feel injured and we get out there and we work around our injury, and when we're done working out, we feel better, right? Our injury, we get some reprieve from the pain, right?
Mm-hmm.
When do you know, in hindsight, did Justin do the right thing by still trying to compete at the highest level? At any point did you think, hey, maybe you should just take a year off? And by a year, I mean just that section of the intensity that the open, quarterfinals, semifinals games requires. Did you ever think, hey, maybe the foot needs just a complete elevation?
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely times where it was it was tough to go into competition knowing you're not fully prepared or ready. But yeah, I don't think there was a time where it was like, hey,
It can't
let's
be
pull.
fun competing in pain. That must suck.
No, that's the competing is actually not the worst part because you have that, you have that little adrenaline that on the competition floor takes over. It's
Yeah.
the it's the daily training. Like, am I doing the right thing? Should I be pushing through? Should I be resting? Should I be doing this recovery? So, um, yeah, I don't think for Justin it was really a question of like, should I do the game season? There wasn't a year like that, but yeah, it was frustrating because you're trying to, you know, get yourself to 100% health, but at the same time, you're trying to compete at the highest level possible, and those things are sometimes a little bit at odds with each other. So yeah, there was it was a challenging time, but uh, I think I don't regret him, not taking more time off or not competing those years. Yes, they didn't go perfect, but I think that as an athlete, you'd way rather put yourself out there, and even if you don't have the outcome that you want, at least you still went for it, versus not being willing to go into the arena.
Right. Uh, um, the confidence, I'm gonna make this presupposition. The confidence that Justin gained by winning the games twice, has it do you think he still carries that, assuming he had that, even though it's been 3 years since he won it, or do you think it's eroded? Like, there's this saying UFC fighters say, once you become champion, you're just 10% better when you or 30% better when you get in the ring.
Mhm.
You just are not gun shy, you know what I mean? Do you think that whatever he gained from those wins has eroded? Or is that question even applicable?
Yeah, that question's fair. In my opinion, what he gained from those wins, the confidence in himself, and just the knowledge of what it takes to be at the top, uh, he still has those 110%. The field has also gotten better, and so
Yeah.
that there's those kind of outside factors that come into play, but Justin, he still has every bit of confidence and belief in himself that he had um, during those years when he won. Uh, yeah, and I know what you mean because sometimes you saw Justin when he was winning the CrossFit Games. You're like, man, that guy. There's just something different. Like he just looks like a lion out there. He just looks like you know he just looks different, and you haven't always seen that in the last couple of years. It doesn't mean though that he hasn't.
He looked very
You know,
confident at Torian, like, when he stepped onto the field, he looked
yeah,
very confident. He looked very cocksure of himself. He looked
no, he was
very
definitely
sure.
attacking. He was definitely
Yeah,
attacking, and then
yeah.
he didn't feel great, especially on the back half of workouts. But no, I don't think that's eroded. I think that Justin, the things that he's learned from being a champion, he'll have those with him forever.
Yesterday, it was brought to my attention. We're about to review all the female athletes. I think we're going to do that tomorrow morning. And it was brought to my attention that there's only 29 girls on the leaderboard because the leaderboard is set. And one of the athletes, the 30th one that's missing, is your athlete, Danielle Brandon. And there's speculation she's not doing the games. Do you have any insights into that?
She's doing the games. She
She
just
is
needs
doing
to.
the games?
Yeah. She probably just hasn't. She hasn't done her official like registration process, or is missing some of
Like
that.
click here on the email?
Exactly. Yeah. So she'll be there. She'll be ready to compete.
Is there any reason that you know that she hasn't done it, or it's just like, I mean, I know I don't register my kids until the very last second for jujitsu tournaments because I'm doing a million other things. Is that what it is?
That's what it is. Yeah. And I don't know that you would expect anything different. Like that's just kind of how Danielle rolls. So yeah, she'll be ready to compete. She'll be there. She's like, yeah, probably just inconvenienced by little things like that.
Right. Just
Yep.
like, hey, like I'm not like I don't check my emails either. So she's like, I don't do emails. I do.
Emails, texts, whatever. Yep.
Yeah. All right. We almost, she hadn't responded to a text of mine in a couple of years, and then I shot her a text asking her if she would, after she had qualified, if she'd be willing to do one of the semifinals live, and she responded with, "Yeah, I'd do that for you guys."
Nice.
Yeah, it was very. She didn't, but it was still nice to get a response. It was like, wow,
Yeah,
we're
get
back.
the response. That's a big deal.
I was like shaking the walkie-talkie. Is this thing working?
Yeah.
Is this thing working? Um, how is she? In terms of her, where she's at? Is she 100% ready to go and make a run for the number one spot?
Yeah, she is. She's ready to go. She's I think this lead up to the CrossFit Games for her. Obviously, I haven't. Last year, we only started working together maybe a month, not even a month out from the games, and that was obviously a pretty like chaotic time for her.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah,
steep learning curve for both her and you.
for sure. So this year has obviously been a lot smoother on that respect. But yeah, she's ready to compete. She maybe like let's see, the first semifinal she did was Legends. Yeah. And she didn't qualify there, so that shook her confidence a little bit. But
Incredible
yeah,
comeback, though. I mean, she put it together
yeah,
at the end. She pulled her shit together
dude.
at the
I
end.
mean, and same
Incredible.
thing at Syndicate, to be honest. Like she had incredible comeback. And yeah, a little bit up and down in semifinals, but like she's been training super hard. She's healthy, she's ready to go. And I'm excited for her for this year's games too, just to see what's possible.
How much did you travel this year? Do you know? I feel like you even went to Torian, right?
Yeah, I was.
And I saw you at Legends.
I did 7 semifinals. But when I say 7 semifinals, there was Legends, and then Copa Sur, which was Brazil, and then Torian in Australia, and then Knoxville. And then we had the age group one at my gym, and we had online semifinals. That was when I was in Boise with Justin, and then we had the team one. So yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of travel for semis for sure.
Is that the most you've ever traveled?
Yep.
For a game? Yeah,
Sure.
I felt like I saw you everywhere.
Yeah, for sure, the most. But it's also the most people we've ever had qualify for the games too. So that's pretty cool.
And who you have the team, and you have Danielle, and you have Justin, and you have Ellie.
And then we have one teen, so Tenley.
Oh yeah, wow! So, boy or girl?
Girl.
Wow! Congratulations! Yeah, is that a homegrown athlete?
No, she's in Wisconsin.
How did you pick her up?
Man, she came out here last summer and trained with us. And
just like her parents are like, "Hey, there's a guy, Adam Neiffer, we want you to train with." And
yeah, and I'm friends with her the gym owner where she trains at, and she was basically like, "Hey, we need some help, or we'd like to have some help." And you know, I was like, "Man, I don't know that I have time to take on another athlete." And then she's in the let's see, she's 15 this year, so she's in the 14 to 15 division. And she was actually, we were having dinner at my house, and she's like barely older than my kids. And she's like, "Hey, will you coach me next year?" And I just couldn't say no. I was like, yeah, of course. Like just the
your wife kicks you under the table.
Yeah. I was like, man, this little girl, she's just got like a lot of courage to look me in the eye and ask, "Hey, will you do this?" And I was like, heck yeah, I'd love to help you out. So we'll have her out there. But we also have like 4 coaches that are going out to help manage that group as well. So it'll be I'll have a lot of help, which is awesome.
Who are the coaches?
So let's see. Jesse Buffano, him and I have been working together for years. And then
you say Buffano, I say Buffano. Who's right? You're right.
I say Buffano. Yeah.
Do we know what the right way is? I've never heard anyone say Buffano, like that damn Nirvana. Do you say Nirvana or do you say Nirvana?
Now I feel like it. No, I don't. Now I'm questioning.
Hey, it's okay. None of my friends know how to say my name. It's totally fine.
Matosian, right?
Or Sevon. Sevon. Oh, you say it right. Yeah. Sevon.
Yeah.
Most people can't say Savon or something.
Oh yeah. Got the accent in the wrong spot.
Okay, so you don't really know your best buddy, your right hand man's name. Okay, that's fine.
Let's go by Jesse. By Jesse. You know Chris McDonald? He's a level level 4 CrossFit coach. He's on seminar staff, flow master. He's like
The UFC
he's like,
fighter? No, that's Jason
no,
McDonald.
that's Jason McDonald. Yeah, Chris
Okay.
McDonald.
Okay. Nope.
Chris will also be coaching Carlene Matthews on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yep.
Okay.
So Chris will be coaching her in the Masters Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then he's going to take the team for Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Caleb, did you not bring up any Danielle Brandon stuff because you're blocked, or when we talked about her? Oh yeah, he gave me a thumbs up. Wow, crazy. I just want to say thank you, Danielle, for not blocking me. I love Danielle Brandon.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's great. I fucking love her. Let me ask you this. Trista Smith, is she how serious is she about making the games? She has a little bit of that. And this maybe this will be a good way to compliment her and also dig in. You know, like there's this belief that not so much anymore. I think it's eroded, but James Briggs is just too nice. You know what I mean? Just think of a young James Briggs. Oh, he's too nice. He doesn't have the killer instinct. Oh, he's always it's kind of like Noah, right? They're so pleasant and nice, and they're such gentlemen. Trista seems like maybe she doesn't have the kill switch. And like she's just really having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, you hear her say, oh, she's looking forward to getting married and having kids, and you know, is she a serious games competitor? Is that a foolish question? Is it like, hey, Sevon, of course she is. Look how fucking good she is. You'll never be even close to her. I mean, should that be the answer? Or, you know?
Yeah. No, I don't think that's an unfair question. She's she's serious.
She looks like she's having too much fun to me. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I love her, but she's like, holy shit. Like you were having like James Briggs in the early days, like Jesus Christ, have some, not have some fun today.
Yeah. No, and I can see that. It's interesting too, because I think the personality that comes across online is also not always 110% accurate to the actual person,
right?
You know, and I think that Trista, man, of any athlete that I've ever coached, she has that killer instinct. She has that ability to like just be a dog, but also she's not well-rounded enough yet to qualify for the CrossFit Games. Right? Like she's got too many holes to be immune to what the programming is. You know, she finished really well in online quarterfinals this year. The programming really worked out to where she placed, I think she was 15th in quarterfinals. And granted, you know, that's not the end all be all. It's an online competition. It's not the games, you know.
But it's pretty amazing, and those were hard.
Yeah,
those were so hard.
It was a good data point for her. But then, you know, you go to another competition and you have a couple, you know, at the Copa Sur event, there's two bike events, and, you know, she didn't do great on either one. Her power clean's not strong enough yet to be, you know, among the elite women. Her top end strength just isn't, we're not there yet. So yeah, I don't think she lacks the drive or the killer instinct or anything like that. She just isn't well-rounded enough or fitted enough to be in the top 30 yet, you know? And
is she willing to work on, does she, and is she willing to work on those things?
She is. Yeah, she is. She's at I think a bit of a crossroads where she had a successful, you know, competition career, if you will, as a teen. And she just hasn't made it yet as an individual. And so there's a little bit of, you know, belief in like, hey, I know I can do this, that flip needs to switch a little bit more, you know? But
is she hard on herself? She seems like she's very compassionate with herself. Is that just what we see in the front? Is she hard on herself?
Very much so. Yeah. In behind the scenes, she's definitely hard on herself. She expects a lot of herself. She's real disappointed this year to not be competing in the CrossFit Games.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Okay.
Yeah, like that's tough. And so
it's, as a fan, stay on the bandwagon. Like she's going for it.
Yeah, man. She's, you know, again, didn't qualify for CrossFit Games, but she's not done. That's for sure.
Okay. I
Yeah,
love I
she'll
love
get
hearing
there.
that.
Yeah,
What was Copa Sur like? What's the it looks like it's full throttle down there in South America.
dude, it was cool. It was really cool. It was, I think one of the loudest sporting events I've ever been at. Not just CrossFit. Um, the last event there, it's just like in this cement box, and it was kind of like an elimination style event. And there was actually like 4 girls left. It was like Annika, Miley, Trista, and then one Brazilian girl, Emily Andrade, I think was her name. And it was like first the field was 30, and then it was 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. And this girl from Brazil ended up going from 4 into the top 2. And that place was just like the top came off. It was unbelievable how loud it was. So that was cool. Just I'd seen it kind of like you from afar, but being there, the competition was amazing. It was really, really, really well run.
That was going to be my next question. Good judging, well run.
Very, very detailed, very tight. Yeah, I was super impressed with how like everything about that competition. So yeah, it was cool to be a part of that. I also I'd always wanted to go to Torian. I'd never been to Torian this year. And so the fact that I got to go to both Copa Sur and Torian was like, man, 2 of the events that I had always dreamed of being at and never been able to. And so that was cool to experience them.
Did you meet Jono and Mike?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
cool as shit.
Dude, those guys are so great. Those guys are awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Torian.
I just had
Torian-
them on the podcast for the first time ever.
Oh,
and
sweet.
I was like, well,
Yeah.
that's a fuck up to wait 5 years to have them on. They were cool
Right?
as shit. Yes.
Yeah.
That was a huge
Yeah.
fuck up.
Yeah, those guys are great, man. And they do an incredible job. So definitely thankful to be a part of it.
Did you make it out to their gym?
Nope, didn't make it to their gym. I got there with only one training day before Justin Ellie competed. And we went to just the gym. I don't remember what it's called, actually. I should remember.
Their
We
gym
went to a
looks
gym that's
really
close.
cool. Their gym looks really cool.
Yeah, I bet.
pictures.
I mean, knowing those guys, I'm sure it's awesome.
Did you know do you know the history of why they moved the competition from their gym to a stadium? They were on here and they told that story. It was crazy. Basically, Royce was a coach. Royce trained at their gym.
Okay.
You know Royce Dunn?
Yeah.
And he went to Cookeville and befriended Rich. So while he was
Okay.
down there, he asked Rich, I want to say this is like 2015. I don't fucking remember the year. He said, hey, Rich, will you come compete at Torian? And Rich was like, oh, yeah, I'll do that. So he came back home and he told those guys, hey, Rich is going to come compete at our event. And I guess, which is pretty amazing, their gym, they only sold 500. They had a limit of 500 people they could hold in the gym to watch the semifinals there, or whatever it was called back then. And they started getting like, hey, we're getting requests for tickets, much greater requests for tickets were already sold out. So they rented out a stadium because Rich was coming.
No way. I did not know that.
And they basically spent every cent that they had. They went into the, to the big net. They took this massive risk. I should have asked Rich about that when he came on the show. I wonder if he knows that story. And they sold another 2,000 tickets.
Dang.
And they've been in that stadium ever since. That's a crazy story.
Always bet on Rich.
Yeah. Wouldn't you be scared to death if someone was like, hey, you're going to have to rent out a stadium? I bet you they had to borrow like $100,000 from someone or something crazy to do that.
Just hope for the best, huh?
Yeah. And hope for the best.
Yeah. Well, they did it right, man. They've definitely created something there that is very unique. I mean, it's really kind of the CrossFit Games of Australia,
Yeah. Yeah. And they're just affiliate owners. Just 2 dudes.
Humble affiliate owners.
Yeah. How is your affiliate doing? Are you having a good year?
Yeah, we're having a great year. Yeah, there's just cranking along. People come in and work out every day. It's I'm going there right after this. Actually, it's cool. I'm taking one of my daughters to drop her off at cross country, and the other one will go in and probably do the 9 a.m. class if we can make it. Maybe 10. Depends on how long we talk.
Dave told me he's been pressuring me lately. He's like, "Hey, dude, you got to get your kids into cross country. It's the most important sport to get your kid into." He's like a huge proponent. He says what he's seen from his daughter. His daughter, I think she currently holds the record for the run course at the games.
Oh, no way.
That they're gonna do, yeah. And she's like, I want to say she's 16 or 17. But
Wow.
you a big fan of that cross country for your kids?
Man, I'm a big
As a
fan of
foundational
I'm a
sport
big
to
fan
get
of
kids into?
my kids doing the sports that they want. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like I just like get them into a bunch of different sports, let them try it. For one of my daughters, it's really stuck. She likes it. The other one doesn't love it. So yeah, I don't know that I like.
The one who doesn't love it might get the most out of it.
Yeah.
Do you know
Well,
what I
she
mean by
doesn't.
that? Like,
She doesn't love it. She doesn't do it.
oh.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm just a fan of kids being involved in sports and them, just like trying a bunch of different sports and seeing what sticks, see what they like.
There's
Yeah,
things you have to make your kids do, right? Like people be like, let your kids choose. And I'm like, yeah, I want my kids, anything my kids have a passion for, I want to support. But it's not like you can't teach them how to read. Like you have to fucking teach them the alphabet and they have to
Yeah.
become proficient readers, right? And they
Yeah,
have to be able
100%.
to, they have to like like when they hear 7 times 7, they have to be able to say 49. Like it has to be just like automatic, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
You,
Yeah,
you
but
you don't think that maybe that there's a sport like that too, and it's not in cross country is not that sport? Like, hey, dude, I don't care if you like to run or not. You're gonna fucking run. And I don't make my kids run at all, which which is crazy. I'm starting to think like, hey, I better hurry up. That window's gonna close because
yeah,
how much longer am I gonna be? Like, I can still make them do shit, but not for long. I mean, one of my kids
Yeah.
can almost beat me up.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm learning cross country. I never did cross country. I'd never even been to a cross country meet until my
didn't?
kids started. No, I'd never.
I thought you would have been the guru of cross country.
Not for sure not.
Just
No
from
way.
your personality, and I know the things that you're interested in.
Yeah. But I like it. I think it's great. I think that like Hope likes cross country partially because it's challenging and partially because it's social for her. So I love that. She's
Yeah, the
yeah,
social
but I think
part's
there's
huge.
but I think there's tons of
huge.
sports. For me, football was like that. Basketball to a certain extent. Obviously, wrestling, man. There's life lessons that are so good. That's one sport that I never did participate in. But man, I see the benefit for sure. But yeah, I just think kids doing sports, doing cool stuff is important. So,
when did you get into running? Because it's fair to say you got into running.
I got into it after I got done competing in CrossFit. Well, that's not totally true. I ran a lot in like
football
when we were, yeah, but like sprinting. And then when I was, it's funny, my senior year of football, one of the assistant coaches was like, "Hey, Adam, you should come out for track this year." And I was like, "Coach, I've never done track before." And I went out for track my senior year of college because I couldn't play football anymore. And I was terrible, but I ran like the sprints up to like the 400. And man, I learned a lot that year. It was amazing. It was really cool. And then obviously in CrossFit, did a lot of running. And then since I've got done competing in CrossFit, I've really enjoyed like trail running and just going longer. Yeah, stuff like that. It's been fun.
What position did you play in football?
Outside linebacker. So like defense.
Wow. It's so funny how you present versus an outside linebacker role. Wow.
Like I should have been a cross country kid.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Did you like that? Did you like murdering people?
That was my favorite. That was my favorite. And I still love football. But yeah.
Wow. I would have never thought that. I'd have thought like you were like the kicker or some shit. Wow, because you're just so gentle. And then you play this role that's just like, hey, that dude should remember never to run near you again.
That's just like such a fun sport because I don't know what it is. You can just be free and just like there's no penalty for just being violent. You know what I mean? It's the best. Yeah.
Wow. And you played college football. You said you played your
Mhm.
up to your senior year. Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was yeah, small college, Division 3. Great place. It was awesome.
What's the worst injury you've had in your life?
I mean, I haven't really had any really bad injuries. I was really fortunate in football. Like I never missed a practice, never missed a start, never like all 4 years. I was like always able to be on the field, so that was cool. I did. I guess I tore up my knee last year playing basketball,
Oh,
so that's been a road for sure. But yeah, I had like a big guy just landed on it and just like snapped the MCL. Um,
it was organized.
Yeah, it was. It was like I guess you call it like competitive city league. We had a team for our gym, and I had no business being out there. It's mostly like college, just like out of college basketball players. But it's super fun.
How do you have time for all that? You have all these high level CrossFit athletes. You have 2 daughters. You're running your own business. How many classes a week are you teaching?
So I teach about 10 classes a week at our gym.
Holy shit!
Yeah, not a ton, but
That's not a ton. That's 2 a day, 5 days a week.
no, I teach 5 on Monday. So like my
Oh,
Monday's busy. Yeah, and then I teach a few on Wednesday, Friday. Yeah,
well, when do you get to San Jose?
Sunday.
Oh, okay, early.
Hmm. Yeah.
Are you having eggs this morning?
No, but
No?
my daughter Hope is.
Oh, because I hear the kitchen plates moving around. I felt my stomach stir because I know when I go out there, there'll be 2 fried eggs for me.
Oh, dude, that's the dream right there.
Oh, it's so awesome. My boys love making
Yes.
eggs.
Yeah. I love that. No, I just had some oatmeal.
Oh, that's it. All right.
Yeah.
Final question. What time do you normally get up every morning?
Depends on the day, but usually by 5.
And what time
If I'm coaching the early morning class, I get up at 3:30.
is that? Mondays?
Mm-hmm.
So every Monday you have an alarm that goes off at 3:30.
Yeah, which is like it's important because I travel a lot, so I'm like I just try to make sure that no matter how late I get home, I try real hard to be on my like Monday morning schedule and back in the routine.
And what time do you go to bed Sunday night?
Depends. I'm pretty happy if I get to bed by 9.
Yeah, past 9 would be crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot of that. Hey, one thing that I'm pretty excited about. I'm gonna do my level 4 evaluation on Saturday, the day before I go to the games. So that's a plan.
That's so you're gonna have you videoed your class yet?
I've done the like assessment, like not the assessments. I've done the ones leading up to the final evaluation. And I'm gonna have like I'll do my, I forget what you call it, but assessment of a class, the last class with Nuno on Thursday, I think this week, and then Saturday, coach class, ship off the video, and hope for the best.
And the person who evaluates it's not Nuno, right? It's like someone you don't even know.
I think so. Yeah, and it's not Nuno, huh? It's not the person that you go through as your like your mentor. It's not the same person that's going to do the evaluation.
How has the process been?
It's been really awesome. I did not do a good job during that 8 weeks of like semifinals. I just kind of like put it on hold. So I really haven't done a great job of being super consistent with it, which is why I'm getting close to the end of my whatever the window is that you're allowed to do it in.
Yeah.
But it's been great, man. It's been great. It's been really cool to be just a student of the game and work on it. I really enjoyed it.
Do you know what workout you're gonna program that day?
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna do. So our gym workout was class workout yesterday was power cleans, front squats, and toes to bar. And so
Power clean, front squats, toes to bar. Okay.
Yeah, so that's and I did that workout yesterday in class. I was like, I'm gonna do this one. So I didn't video it during like our regular classes. I'm gonna do it on a Saturday afternoon when there's not a bunch of other stuff going on in the gym.
Taylor absolutely loved the process, but he was a fucking nervous wreck for the 2 months. Just like he
Oh,
was,
really?
yeah, he just obsessed. He was obsessing,
Yeah.
obsessing.
It's a
Yeah,
cool process. It's a cool process. It's really been valuable for, yeah, just like Greg said, when you think you've mastered something, just go back to the basics and pay closer attention. And that's what it feels like. Not that I think I've mastered anything, because there's always a lot of room to improve, but yeah, just to go back and put yourself in that position of being vulnerable and learning and growing through that process has been really enjoyable.
awesome. Was it hard getting on the list? Because I know that there's quite the backup. Did you get in pretty quickly?
I did. Yeah, I was lucky. When it first came out, I saw the registration. I was like, I need to do this. It's been a long time. So
Were you nervous?
about getting in?
Yeah,
Or
or no, about doing it. Like, was part of you like, everything's so
no,
good in my life. Why do I need someone to tell
no,
me?
not
No,
nervous. I mean,
no.
if for whatever reason I don't pass, I'm still gonna wake up tomorrow and my life's amazing. You know what I mean? Don't
Yeah,
get me wrong. I'm planning on doing really well
passing.
and passing it. Yeah,
There's the linebacker.
yeah, that's the plan.
All right, dude. I look forward to seeing you Monday morning, bright and early in San Jose.
Heck yeah. Yeah. You're out there Monday?
I'm going. I go for this Friday. This Friday, I'll go out there and start setting up.
What are you up to? Are you doing what are you up to?
We're going to do, of course, pre-shows and post-shows if we have time. We got a suite right on the floor at the finish line. So anytime that CrossFit's not live, we will go live from the floor. We're going to do behind the scenes that we release every single night. We're not going to wait this year. We're going to go every single night. I'm going to try to talk. My goal is to talk to every athlete, whether they want to talk to me or not. And then also put out stuff. We have basically 3 teams. We have the podcast team, the behind the scenes team, and then we're going to have a team there just putting out content every single 2 hours.
Cool.
So I want to take it back to kind of like what I did in 2010. In 2010, the first year in Carson, that's what I did. Every day I would make 3 or 4 videos for the game site, and they would just put it out. And so we just want to put out a constant nonstop. Like if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see something, whether it's you brushing your teeth or Dave telling someone the cones are on the wrong spot, just even little clips, just throughout the day.
Sweet,
so
man.
that's the plan. Yeah.
You guys are gonna be busy. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want it to be the best year of insights and behind the scenes I've ever done. And I've been carrying my camera around for the last 2 weeks, getting in camera holding shape. So I'm pretty excited.
You're ready.
Yeah.
Love it, man. We'll look forward to seeing you.
All right, dude. Thank you. Say hi to the whole team and say hi to Jesse for me.
Thanks, Simone. Appreciate it, man.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Adam Neiffer. You can't really say he's the most underrated person in CrossFit anymore, because now everyone knows. Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You look different. You normally you look white. Today you're red.
Yeah.
Is that just your lighting?
I think the lights. I had it figured out. Now I think it's fucked up again.
Yeah, it was looking amazing for a while. Now I like it. Now I think mine might look better than yours.
Yeah, I think you're back in the win column there.
I didn't like it whenever you show you look better than me. Like, what the fuck is going on? Is Beaver in Alaska? Are you in Alaska?
No, I was in Kentucky.
No, he's not in Alaska. Okay, there's something I need to tell you guys. You need to know about. Thursday at the CrossFit Games, there is going to be a massive block party. Massive block party Thursday at the CrossFit Games. You do not need a ticket to attend the block party, is what I'm hearing. The block party starts at 3:30 p.m. Thursday and goes to 8 p.m. Thursday. There will be a live announcement of a workout in Vendor Village at 7 p.m. That's old school. That's the way he used to do it. Oh yeah, your camera's starting to look better. That's old school. That's so cool. That's where he brings out the demo team and he stands on a little stage, and I'm guessing they're going to announce a new piece of equipment that's never been used before, that's developed for the games. That's usually when they break out the cool new Rogue shit. There will be between 7:10 and 7:40 p.m. I think all the athletes will be there, and you can get autographs and photos with all your favorite athletes. All sorts of brands will be activating there, meaning, people throwing out packets of protein powder and shit like that, I'm guessing. And also, good chance that the Air Force may do a flyover there.
Oh.
It's going to be crazy. That I'm really excited about that. That's Thursday from 3:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. I'll keep reminding you guys. No tickets needed. I think it's completely open to the public. More announcements will come in the next 3 to 5 days from CrossFit. Yeah, here. Free to everyone. No tickets needed. All sorts of sales. The vendors will be doing all sorts of sales that day. There'll be a public workout there, the original Hopper workout. Ben and Blair will be doing hosting the original Hopper workout there, so anyone there can jump in and do that workout. I guess that's the first workout of the CrossFit Games, so you can do that on Thursday. Vendor Village is in the north parking lot of the SAP Center, right outside the north entrance. And if you want to do the workout, that will be in the Arena Green. Completely open to the public. Yeah, it is the 2007 workout. Oh, look at that, an aerial. So Thursday. Christine Young, I work and can't get there until Saturday. Oh.
Sucks.
Yes, everyone's going to be there. The Blue Angels, Rad, LSKD, everyone's going to be there. Puma, the USA American World Cup team will be there.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic will be there.
Yeah, Conor McGregor will be there. Josh Purdy will be there. Everyone will be there. Those are the only athletes I know.
Michael Jordan will be there.
Michael Jordan will be there. Gabe will be there from Paper Street Coffee. Everyone's going to be there. Oh, it's going to be sick. Yes.
Claire will be there.
Claire Bays will be there.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
With their big ass smile, super vibes. The Claire Bays, super vibes. The nicest person you could ever meet at a CrossFit event, Claire Bays, will be there.
Border Patrol will be there.
Hey, if you're in a shitty mood, just walk within 20 feet of Claire Bays. It just goes away. It's medicinal Claire Bays vibes. David Weed will be there.
Wonderful.
Yeah. No, not really. Are you fucking kidding me? David jumps on his camel to ride over to his side piece's house. That's the only time he leaves his house.
Yikes.
Ortega will not be there until Border Patrol leaves. Tia, Matt, and Rich will be there. Yeah, of course.
Perfect.
Trista Smith will be there. Everyone will be there. The lice from Sevon's house will be there. I'll be bringing an Altoids container full of lice. Wow. David, terrible Tessa. David doesn't get laid. I didn't know we were going to talk any truth today.
Yikes.
That this was just going to be a show of imagination and dreams. Yeah, lots of raspberries. Contaminated raspberries will be there. You name it. I'll be there handing out hugs to any women who are 5'10" or taller. Just picture that. Close your eyes and picture that. Yeah. All right. And of course, DBE will be there. Yes, Danielle Brandon will be there. You know what's crazy is I was thinking about bringing the Danielle Brandon underwear to have her sign the package, and someone told me that would be inappropriate. And I'm like, how the fuck?
Inappropriate.
I know these are her brand. How would that? I'm like, I'm fully supporting this.
Yeah, of course. If anybody else did it, it would be fine. I guarantee it.
Really? But just me.
Just because it's you.
Yeah, this is cool. The packaging's cool. My packaging's a little dusty.
Think about all the
95%.
weird shit that celebrities have to sign. That's like
Yeah.
not even in the top 10.
Oh, I'm feeling the underwear. I've never felt them through the package.
Do they have like an elastic waistband?
God, they feel small. They feel small. No, this is a brand new package.
I bet you could resell it on eBay for a good bit.
I think you can still go to the Rad site and get them. Yeah, Rad blocked me. I didn't even know anyone. That's so weird. I'd never been blocked before. And the other day I went there to look for something. Someone said that there's another company that's making Rad knockoff shoes. So I wanted to compare them to the Rads, and I couldn't. The Rads running and Rad skateboarding haven't blocked me.
Yeah, I tried to pull up Daniel Brandon stuff, but
you're blocked.
Still blocked. I don't think they sell the underwear anymore. Just shorts.
Oh, really?
Socks and shirts and.
Is that Rad DBE underwear? That would be awesome if I got the last. If I collection Rad Global shop. I've turned a new leaf, people. You can unblock me. Merch.
Who cares? You can just keep me blocked.
Yeah, double block Caleb and unblock me. For fuck's sake. All right. Yeah, I don't see him. Yeah, maybe those were limited edition. DB. Oh, wow. And they don't have the. Oh, that's crazy. They don't have the Instagram post isn't linked anymore. It's been pulled down. They must have archived it. All right.
Blocked by Rad too, apparently.
Oh, you are too?
Yeah, I think they blocked the podcast account.
That sucks.
Oh, you want to see something crazy?
Yeah.
I found this after the topic. Not crazy, really that crazy, but this is Trista doing her like first muscle up ever.
How old is she there?
This is 2019.
That's 7 years ago, and she's probably 23 now.
But this was a throwback from 7 years ago, so this is like even older.
So 12 years ago, and if she's 23, she's 11 there.
Oh, I don't even think she's 23. She's got to be like 20 or 19 because she just graduated high school, I thought.
So maybe she's 9 there.
Yeah.
God, that fall script is baller. That fall script is crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Look at her choking up on that thing. Wow.
Wild.
She's 20. Minus 12.
Yeah,
she's nuts. 8. Jesus Christ.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's 344 weeks ago. Plus, Caleb said that when she posted that, it was already 7 years old or some shit.
A little throwback Thursday. So
I'm blocked by Sevon, Dave, Taylor, and Jenny. Wow, that's weird. All right.
Interesting.
Is today Friday?
No, today is
Tuesday. Oh, final parts to my camera arrived today.
What'd you get?
Just some little tiny pieces, extra batteries. So I've assembled 3 cameras. The first camera I assembled, I got way out over my skis. I think I'm just not strong enough.
That massive thing?
I'm just not strong.
It's like a cinematic camera
I
that you're just carrying around in your hands.
I just can't hold 7 pounds all day anymore.
Yeah,
Or
it's a
whatever
lot.
the fuck it is. Yeah. So I built 3 versions. They're sitting on my dining room table. So there's that. Yeah.
I was carrying around a gimbal a couple weeks ago, just filming some people working out. Same thing. I just forgot how much my back hurts from carrying that shit around.
I think definitely carrying a heavy camera around is a shorter man's game. And if you can't keep, and the problem with the gimbal and with the weird cameras is if you can't keep it close to your body, like if you have to carry it off your center of mass, shit gets bad quick.
Yeah, you know those things that like flag bearers carry, where it's like they stick it in their belly button.
Yeah,
I need one of those for a gimbal.
Yes. They make all that shit. They like every camera accessory you could think of, they make. Yeah. Gotta work on your core strength so your back doesn't go out. Thanks.
Brilliant.
Thanks.
Appreciate
Yeah, your
it.
biceps are so fucked. Yeah. It was even my biceps, even when I'm carrying it close to my body, my biceps get all crazy. I forgot about that. You're interviewing someone and you're going into PR land for holding the camera, and it's like, holy shit. Are they gonna stop talking? You're just like, oh my God. Hey Pat. I'm surprised your comrades haven't called this mess in Iran's Trump's quagmire. Is it just too old of a term for today's youths? What gives? I mean, I probably would block people too if they constantly called me on my bullshit and didn't like hearing it. Right.
Sweet.
Thanks, Pat. I like it, Pat. You stick very strongly to your own narrative. It's good. All right. We were going to do yesterday morning, we reviewed all the male athletes. We were going to do it again last night for the females, and we had some scheduling issues, so it will happen tomorrow morning. If you missed that show yesterday morning, it was the greatest show ever done on this channel. I'm probably the senior analyst in the space. I have the greatest breadth and depth. Maybe not in the details, but fuck, I'm good. Fucking ejaculated on myself reviewing the males yesterday. Yeah, I was like, damn, I'm good. Brad was amazing too. Brad and Sousa were amazing too. Brad knows some weird shit.
I think that guy's got a little tism.
Brad's the Adam Neiffer of commentator of CrossFit game analysts. He's highly underrated. Okay, I'm trying to pair my phone. Let's see if the phone's working. Caller, hi. Hello, caller.
Hey, dude.
Phone's working again. Hey, dude.
Let's go. Hey.
Speak your mind. You are free. You are free.
Free at last. Was Conor McGregor injured going into that fight?
No.
No.
What do you think?
I also think no. But
I don't think it was crazy. All these people are like, that's crazy and stupid that he threw that kick. I don't think that's crazy and stupid at all. He wanted to fucking, I think he did the exact right thing. He wanted to fucking just come out there and establish his dominance. He just probably needed to warm up more. And he's very bow-legged. I didn't realize how bow-legged he is. He's very bow-legged.
Yeah, he definitely is. You could argue it's stupid in the sense that you're 30. He's 37, not 27. It's like in a CrossFit workout. If you used to RX Grace, and you used to do 135 as a guy, but now you're 57 years old. You're a lot slower, a lot more fragile, and you try to do it, and then you get hurt. probably shouldn't have done that. So running across the ring, doing a jump switch kick, probably wasn't the best idea at 37, whether you used to be able to do it or not. That's the only argument you can make. But man, the pundits are, he was hurt, they were hiding it, Dana knew, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, he was doing that same kick in the warm-ups, like endlessly. Every time they cut back to him, he was doing the same thing, thing.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that
hey, and if he would have knocked
one of them.
And if he would have knocked out, Max out with that, everyone would be like, he's the greatest ever, blah, blah, blah. And instead they're torching him. Yeah, fuck those idiots.
That was disappointing as fuck. I mean, who he's got one fight left on his contract now. Who do you even give him? They're not going to run Max back. Max has got bigger and better things.
I think Max wants to do it. You know what's funny too is Max told him, hey, after you lose this fight, I will give you a trilogy.
Oh, shit, that's right. He did say that.
And so I'm totally fine with the rematch. And Daniel Cormier said the fans wouldn't get up for it again. The fuck they wouldn't. They totally would.
Fans would absolutely get up for that. But
I actually want to see it more than ever now.
It holds Max up.
Oh, well, he can do other fights. I mean, he can do other fights. By the way, Max looks absolutely beautiful at 171. I loved seeing his body like that. And he just looked so
yeah,
good.
He looked much more natural.
So
he didn't look like a anorexic high school girl when he fights at 155 or 145. Yeah, he looked healthy. He looked very healthy. But I mean, he could fight. They probably should fight again. But Homeboy gets held up though. You know, there's a lot going on in that division, 155, and Arman, Sarukian. You know, a lot of stuff. Gaethje and Patty now. Like, who do you even give the guy?
You know who stole the show?
It was Patty.
No.
What?
Brandon Royval.
Ooh, that was a very sick fight.
What's his Instagram? I want to invite him on the show. He is.
Oh, that would be cool.
He is cool. Brandon Royval.
He was almost flatlined at one point. He got caught, just flush, goes down. I mean, how do guys recover that fast? I've never been able to understand that in MMA, how you can get hit that hard. Literally, your eyes roll back in your head, and then as soon as you hit the canvas, you're, oh, I'm good. It's like, what the?
Hey, can I show you something really quick? Am I stupid? Am I boomer maxing? I'm on Brandon Royval's Instagram. I'm on Brandon Royval's. Where's the follow button?
Instagram changed a whole bunch of stuff.
Not
a whole bunch of stuff, but they changed some stuff, man. They made it more complicated. But yes, you are boomer maxing. 100%.
Where the fuck is the follow button? What the hell is going on here?
Do you already follow?
There's no message button. There's
one up there by his name on that post.
Oh yeah, follow. Now if I go back, what the fuck is going on?
Instagram is trying to phase you boomers out, so they're making it more complicated. Fantastic.
How do you message this dude? Let me go to someone else's account. Look here it is. Look, I just clicked another account. Here's a follow button. Where the hell is his follow button?
He blocked you. You really can't find it?
No, I mean I found it because Caleb showed it to me, but
it wasn't in a normal spot.
Yeah,
that's funny.
That is weird. What's the chat got? Where's the follow button? No, I didn't already follow him. Does he? He doesn't want DMs. He blocked you. Retard Maxine. She wore the black shirt well. The saying amongst three old guys at my gym: just because you can't do it doesn't mean you always should do it. Has anyone ever seen that? Someone asked Grok.
Oh, speaking of AI, did you see you guys had played a clip of that Drew. What the hell's his name? He's a affiliate owner. Maybe you even had him on, actually.
Yeah. Souza had him on. Yeah, I played that clip. Did he?
Yeah, you see Hiller's video about him?
No, does
The AI, the bot that he is. It's actually pretty good, man.
No, does that guy? I thought you were gonna say he got diagnosed with AIDS.
No. His whole shtick. I hope he doesn't have AIDS, but his whole shtick is just all AI, and
You mean
Hiller goes
that's
pretty
not a real
deep on that.
person? It's not a real person?
No, he's a real dude. It's just that what he's saying is just a whole bunch of, like, he's reading AI script, dude. He goes to ChatGPT, Grok, whatever, types something in, and then he reads that. And plus, he contradicts himself quite a bit in some of his takes. It's worth watching. But they played a clip from when he was on.
Is that bad?
Or
Are you
when
not
you-
supposed to read from AI scripts? Is that bad?
Here's the thing: AI can be great, and I do. For example, I do programming for people, and if I want a good warm up or I just want new ideas, I will type in to ChatGPT what I have programmed for that day, and then, hey, what's some good warm ups, and I'll get some ideas from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not copying and pasting. Or you write an email, I'm like, oh wow, that looks like a 14-year-old boy wrote it. Let's see, ChatGPT can help me out, and then I do that. But when it comes to like social media, when it comes to just stuff like that, what you're gonna say, this and that, I mean, yeah, he's just literally like a walking ChatGPT.
But I'm trying to figure out what's the difference in that between like
It's
editing,
unauthentic. It's unauthentic. It's like putting too many filters on, dude.
But then
I'm in this dating scene, and that's all they do.
But wait a second. So when I release my kids' homeschooled shit and the camera falls down, or I yell at them, or they say a swear word, we edit all of that stuff out. And so the audience is like, look at all the people in the space who make 10 to 15-minute videos. All they're doing is like, just they're editing the fuck out of their shit, and they do that so that it's more palatable. We don't judge that. I'm just trying to figure out what is I know it sounds naughty to use AI, but if he's like, hey, AI, I think that Hyrox is taking over the space in terms of financial viability, and it's also at the same time helping CrossFit grow. What do you think about that? And can you write something really concise on the subject? And then it writes it out, and then you read it. I don't know.
Well, then at the very least, make it sound like you said it. That's the point. It's like he's reading what ChatGPT said, and I still think with your example, there's still a level of authenticity. You're just trying to, you're cleaning it up a little bit. The camera falls, bad words, like, stuff like that.
Or
that's
like,
fine.
Or like if you tell ChatGPT, you say something to ChatGPT, and then you're like, hey, it took me 3 minutes to say this. Can you make it so I can convey all of this information in 1 minute? And then ChatGPT gives you that, and you say it. I don't know. It feels like just like you're listening. Like if you use ChatGPT at all or Grok at all, and you listen to it and write it, but now you're upset that someone else is doing it to you. I don't know. It seems a little inconsistent.
You could argue that, but again, like
when I use Grok, should I be using Grok only when should I only be using Grok in a closet so no one sees me using it? Like, is it something?
This is what I would say.
If embarrassing to be using, should I be like, okay, I'm going to use Grok?
No. If you and the boys went to like ChatGPT, or if you and the boys tried to just appease a certain crowd and you filtered your stuff and you weren't being yourselves, that would be the equivalent of just using ChatGPT to form your opinions and then reading from what ChatGPT says. You can glean some information or get some statistics or whatever from Grok or AI, whatever AI platform you use. But if you are altering who you are, if you're presenting something, I also think though, for the bigger point is that he counters himself. So in his whole AI thing, he's countering previous points. He will say something and then post something later entirely different. I mean, there's no authenticity there. There's no like, what are you trying to do? You're trying to appease to the lowest common denominator. Whereas you guys on the channel, I don't know, like maybe you could
how
argue.
about this? How about this? I know people in the space who don't swear on their shows, who have the most vile, because they don't want to get dinged by the algorithm, who have the most vile vocabularies and nastiest shit they say in their real life.
Yeah.
That it's fucking that like it make to the point where it makes me feel uncomfortable. Is that bad?
Yeah.
I don't judge them for that.
I don't judge them, but
I had a conversation with Taylor.
Bad? I don't know. It's frustrating.
I had a conversation with Taylor the other day. I was like, hey, I don't think we should do too many more like ejaculate in the mouth conversations and like and jokes. And he goes, why is that? And I go, because like I'll let my kids listen to a lot of shit, but as soon as it comes down to like ejaculating in the mouth or like start making dick and mouth jokes, like I don't want my kids to hear those. And so I think we're just alienating a whole crowd. And I don't think that it's I don't think we're compromising who we are by eliminating our dick and mouth jokes. And we debated it out for 20 minutes. I don't think it's I don't know. I hear you, by the way.
What crowd are you alienating?
I'm just like I'm like the crowd that doesn't want to hear. Like there's a whole crew. Like my mom will have a high tolerance for stuff. Probably the second that the conversation goes to coming in someone's mouth, as it just swinging it in there as an analogy on a CrossFit Games update show. Like I just think, maybe we can come up with other analogies. They can still be crass or funny or edgy, and they're still fun, and we're true to who we are. But like, I'm also not going to let my kid watch something where there's people getting ejaculation in someone's mouth. Like they're 9. You know?
No, I totally get that. I totally get what you're saying. But like, here's the thing: it's like
but
CrossFit.
You can do that without being. Is that why Taylor pivoted from gaping jokes? Yeah, like I think gaping joke, and I was just exploring it with him. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what's the cost of that joke? But
I mean, it's just like CrossFit. It's like
authentic.
It's like it's for anyone, but not for everyone. That's how life is. I think because as soon as you try to appease to certain crowds, we see what happens. Then the other crowd is upset. So now you've appeased this new crowd, but the other crowd is upset. You can't make everybody happy. So it's not going to be for everyone. It's for anyone if they're open to it. It's not going to be for everybody. But I'll tell you, the people that appreciate it, they appreciate the hell out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And he told me that. He goes, it's funny you brought that up. That's so funny you say it, because Taylor goes, funny you bring that up to me today. That one joke I told, someone came up to me at the gym and told me they haven't laughed so hard in the last 2 years. And it was a crazy joke. So I was like, yeah, I mean, that's a good point. You know.
Yeah.
Nick, is there a crowd that demands swallowing talk? That's an amazing question.
There's a crowd for everything, dude. Come on. There's a market for everybody. Let's go.
All right.
Hey, where's Sean Mack been? Is he busy?
No, I haven't been. I have a thread where I have a thread that's like a CrossFit Games update thread for update shows, and I just haven't been using it. And no reason in particular. I've just been just like yesterday, I just wanted to try something new. I just wanted to see Taylor couldn't there's formulas that I've really liked. Like my favorite CrossFit Games update show of all time, and obviously I have recency bias, but was with Bryson and Seth. So like I'm just feeling out different groups of energies, and my favorite person probably to do, Caleb, block your ears, you don't want to hear this. My favorite single person to do like a show with is Taylor, because he brings so much fucking energy. So I'm just feeling out different things, and so that's why yesterday I was like, I was kind of scared to have Brad on, and I had asked him if he would come on, and I don't know why I was scared, just because I had never done one with him, but like that was so smart. Me and him and Sousa worked great together. I'm just feeling out different. I'm just feeling things out, just trying different things. No, there's no like deep thought and
nothing bad.
Yeah. Like Bryson wasn't coming. Bryson stopped coming on because he wasn't getting Bryson didn't come on for like a month, and I was like, hey, how come you haven't been coming on the shows? And I was on a group call with him and Taylor goes, because he's a fucking bitch, and if he doesn't get a specific invite, he says he doesn't want to like overstep his bounds. I'm like, Jesus criminy.
It's not that gay
I'm
cat that he's got to change diapers on?
I'm so does that cat wear diapers?
Probably.
Oh, but thank God Caleb doesn't feel that way, because I've never invited Caleb on.
Caleb's a G.
I know.
Caleb's a G.
I just show up.
Between
Whatever.
Sean, Seth, Hobart, I mean, obviously Taylor too, but yeah, the crew is strong, man.
The crew
Sean
is
just
so
reminds me of like a little more outspoken JR. You know, he'll speak a little bit more than JR. He'll laugh, whereas JR is like, I ain't laughing for shit. You know?
Yes, we have to work on that. All right, you guys will be getting a shitload of JR and Pedro and probably Caleb during Games Week. They will be running the podcast live from the venue.
Looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy.
All right, dog.
Okay, bye.
Talk to you later. Peace.
All right. Time to go to gymnastics. Caleb, you the man.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, everyone. We shall see you. I don't know when. It's usually sooner than later.
Most CrossFit coaches are good with their members, but nobody teaches you the business side. Nobody teaches you how to grow, how to lead, or how to love your job 5 years into coaching. That's the gap I'm trying to close with the Better Coach Network, a community built specifically for coaches who want more out of their career. If you're a coach or a gym owner and you've ever felt this way, you belong in the Better Coach Network. Give us a follow on Instagram at the Better Coach Network, or follow me at SeanMac_coaching and join today. You belong in the Better Coaching Network.